It's basically this what you call, what's the bitch called? A new what's it called? A new episode. This is a new, or no, a new like uh uh it's basically a new video. I forgot what the word was called, but yeah, this is a new video. Oh, new series, yeah, new series. This is basically a new series, or well, it's really not series. It's a new, I don't know what to call. But anyway, it's a new thing, or new what if, yeah, new what if. Basically, it's gonna be I don't know what it's. We're gonna say, what if Izuku was, what if Izuku was a lazy OP? What if Izuku was a lazy, overpowered hero? Or what if Izuku was overpowered and lazy? Or what if Izuku was lazy and overpowered? What if Izuku was lazy and overpowered? I don't know which one sounds better. I really don't know. But yeah, we just go with what if Izuku was lazy and overpowered? Or no, what if Izuku was a lazy, overpowered hero? I'm not gonna put that in the title. I'm just gonna put what if Izuku was lazy and overpowered. But let's start. We start off where oh, his quirk is gonna be well, what should his quirk be? He has to be overpowered. So I'm not sure what his quirk could be. There's a lot of overpowered quirks. I could give him dark matter. I could just give him just destruction. Like he just have like he can just do anything basically. But that'll be a nah. Yeah, I guess I'll put what if Izuku. Yeah. So basically, it's gonna be it should be like he can use anything, because I don't know. I guess you can just call it infinity, or that's kind of like whatchamacallit to do with the, I forgot his name, but of the Kaisen thingy, majigger thingy. That nigga, it's basically like him. I really don't know, but we just go say his power has infinite capabilities. So yeah, he can do anything, but we're gonna keep it, you know, we're gonna keep it in the. We're just gonna make him overpowered, or he can just do many things. So yeah, we start off where Izuku's been born, as he is diagnosed with a quirk, but this quirk is supposedly a SS class quirk, and the only person with an SS class quirk is All For One. Not even All Might. His is S class. So they kind of, they try to raise. They basically, the government takes Izuku from Inko, and they try to raise him right. Or not. I shouldn't say right. I shouldn't say right. I should say they try to raise him to be a hero. But no, I don't want it that way. No. He ends up living with Inko, as they tell the doctors tell her and nah, he don't have a dad. He's another fatherless child. Basically her and Hiyashi, or I just said she don't have a dad. Her and whatchamacallit, and her son, basically. The doctor basically tell her, yeah, raise him right, please, because if this nigga get out of control, I mean, if this dude get out of control, then it could be over for the whole galaxy. Like, or they classify him as a planet threat, so they say he could be over for the whole planet. But y'all gotta understand, there is. I just figured this out. I didn't just figure this out, but I just thought about this a while ago. There's probably more people like 30 times stronger than All Might, even when he was in his prime. Cause you gotta think about it. Japan is not the only place where the humans evolved. You got America and all of that. So if units from like, what if somebody from America came in the anime? I don't know if they already did, but and then he was probably stronger than All Might. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, let's get back started. Anyways, we go back to Izuku's first day of school. I mean, we go to Izuku's first day of school, right? As everybody is acting, or it's not really school. It's more like daycare. I'm gonna skip most of that school part because I really don't want to talk about it. I just want to get to the storyline. And in this one, I'm gonna try to make. Let me stop talking. Sorry, 5 minutes in. Basically, you see Zuko's first day of school and daycare. As he really doesn't want to go, as he's crying, not wanting to leave his mom. As his mom tells him she'll be back in 10 minutes. As he says okay, as he calms down and he doesn't like overreact anymore, basically. So he basically doesn't overreact anymore. The teacher, brings him in. They talk and all of that. Bakugo isn't in the picture yet. He'll be in the picture when we get into sixth grade. But Izuku lives a normal life. I never heard this about him, but yeah, basically Izuku, he basically lives a normal life. Wait till we get he gets to sixth grade, or no, eighth grade. My bad. He gets to eighth grade, as this is his last couple days of high school. I mean, middle school, right? Basically, they let him free, as they basically let him. They basically let him go, eat, because they know his power. Or they actually know. Actually, yeah. They know Izuku's strength. So, everybody just tries to leave him alone. And they're not scared of him. Or they are. But they feel threatened by his power. Or not, I shouldn't say threatened. I should say, like, scared of his power. I'm not sure if those two are the same thing. But they feel scared of his power. But yeah. Anyways, Izuku, as they throw the papers in the air, she throws the papers in the air and all that. You know, as he throws the papers in the air, Izuku is wondering, does he actually want to become a hero? Because if he do want to become a hero, it's going to take a lot of work. The teacher tells him that he's probably stronger than All Might, the way that he's performing. As, he says, I guess. But, not wanting to actually do the work that a hero has to do. He says he's not going to become a hero. It's too stressful. And it's too much work. As they all look at him with what the hell? As Bakugo runs, or as one of the students go up to him and says, or let's say a quirkless student goes up to him and says, "You're lucky you have a quirk, and you're wasting it." As he starts crying, said, "If I had a quirk like you, I would be the greatest hero to ever live." As Izuku chuckles and says, "Well, you're not like." He says, "Well, you don't have a quirk like me. You don't even have a quirk." As everybody looks at Izuku and tells him, they say, because, like, they basically look at Izuku and they are like, damn. They're like, damn. So basically, after that, we can skip to the USJ exams, or my bad. I think, yeah, did we skip to the exams? And we skip to the exams, the get in, y'all know what I'm talking about. I forgot what the most was called. Yeah, I think it's USJ. Yeah, USJ exams. Basically, yeah. So we skipped to the part to where I feel like I'm going a little bit too fast. Already 10 minutes more at the USJ exam. Anyways, anyways, Izuku. After the exam starts, Izuku doesn't. He just walks around, not knocking out any robots. As you know, he just kills like maybe 2 or 3 3-pointers. As that leaves him with 6 points. As you know, Aizawa and All Might and Nezu is shocked by this, as they say that kid is not showing his strength. As you know, the government, everybody in the room is like, everybody's there. Even the Midnight, she's there too. As she says, maybe he doesn't want to. As you know, Izuku has everything. Like he has super hearing, super strength, laser beam. He basically like a what I want to put because he basically like just a overpowered version of Superman, but like with no weaknesses, like 100, like 1,000,000,000 times better than Superman, basically. Not 100, but 1,000,000,000. Just think about how much power Superman has, and multiply that by 1,000,000,000, and or actually, no, I'm not. I don't want to bring Marvel into this, so I'm not gonna do that. Pretty much some cosmic people before all that. Anyways, Izuku, he just knocks out a couple robots as the exam stops. As he says, now I definitely won't become a hero. Walking home, as he feels, as he's walking home, he goes to the store. As Izuku's thinking, should I have tried a little bit more to try to, should I have pushed a little bit more to try to hide myself? As he thinks, as he says, I think I'm good. As he's walking, he's walking, bro, Izuku has weaknesses, but it's not like bullets. It's like, common stuff. I know bullets is common, but y'all know what I'm saying. Some stuff I'm gonna just let Izuku get hurt by, just because I want to advance the plot. But anyways, Izuku, as he gets home, or he's walking home, he gets some chips from the store, right? He walking home, and he stops at the park. As he stops, he glances behind him. As he sees someone dug back, as he says, as I thought someone was following me. As he picks up a rock, right? Nah, him pick up no damn rock. Fuck off. He ain't getting his hands dirty. I'm feeding. I don't know nothing about that young boy, man. Anyways, Izuku. He just says that he looks at whoever this person is following. Right? As he teleports behind the person, he don't even gotta teleport yet. You know what? His speed is too fast. You know what? I just thought about it. Bro, you wanna know something? Probably the fastest person in the whole, comic. I'm not sure of this, but if you think about it, bro, I felt under the dude from Megamind, that speedy dude, him. Jit was so fast. You don't know. Jit was so fast, bro. Nigga read a book, lived life, had plenty of time to think about it, and nobody moved for a second. He was in the exact same place. He did all of that. You gotta think of that. If Flash did that, it was not. It was like any others. Well, I can't say every. But some people. Let me stop. Let me get on back on topic. Anyways, Izuku. He basically. He says don't move. As He says, why are you following me? As the person says, I just wanted to ask you some questions. As the person that, the person that gets sent, fuck it, I gotta change. He's thinking, why did they just send me? If I get hurt, or she said, no, why did she just send me? If I get killed, it's gonna be on her hands. As he says that I have a family. As he turns around and says, please don't kill me. As she starts begging, as Izuku chuckles, saying, I'm not gonna kill you. I'm not a murderer. He says, I'm gonna kill you. I'm not a murderer. The dude he like, the dude he like, thank you. As huh, he looks at him and says, or Izuku asks, what questions you want to ask me, basically. As he says, I wanted to know how'd you only score 6 points? Well, senpai. Nah, oh no, you gotta ask Chris. But yeah, he says, my boss sent me. As he says, who's your boss? As, he says, who's your boss? As he says, I can't give out that information. He says it like he says it in like a scary voice. He basically like he says it like a scary voice, or he says it like a scared voice. As Izuku looks at him and says, okay. Well, just tell your boss that I was too lazy to become a hero and it's too much work. As, she says, if they need me, they know where I live. Go ahead, put on Snow Bunny. Please. Basically, yeah. So basically after that, damn, her nappy. After that, Izuku basically, he says that he doesn't really say anything, as he just says, okay, I'll give your boss a deal. If, as he says, just tell whoever your boss is to meet me at this place. As is basically the store. It's basically the store. As Izuku really doesn't feel like talking long. Green flag. He really doesn't feel like talking long. So he tells her, he sends a message, basically. Super daddy. I said you need to fight now. Basically, yeah, he sends a message. He basically tells him to send a message. The dude sent a message as, he like, but I still be with that shit still. Alright, I gotta focus. Young boy too distracted now. But yeah, basically, yeah. So like, I say like a week later. After that week later, I have to say young boy. Izuku is basically, he right time. Izuku is basically he's at the store and she sees he see a bad female walk in and she like, God damn. As he like, shit. And she like, he said calm down, bro. I'm in the 9th grade. He said chill, you only in the 9th grade. And Izuku, he does look like he's in the 9th grade. So he like, he ain't big, but he ain't small either. So I say he like 5. He like 5'9", 5'8", 5'9", or like 5'9", 5'10". He like 5'10". Yeah. I'm gonna get him stepped on. Oh yeah, he like 5'9", 5'10". He like 5'10". I'm gonna say he 5'10". So he ain't big, he ain't small, really. So he basically goes up to this female, right? As he basically just says, "Are you the boss?" And cause he's like, it ain't no way she from around here, bro. I ain't never seen her ever in my life. I've been living around these parts all my life. What you talking about? She live around these parts 24/7. Yeah, let me know. I need some kids on her. I almost got to the 50. But yeah, he like live around here all my life. I ain't never seen you here. I ain't speak church. Don't say that, but he like, what's your name? And basically, she said, she tell him his name. She be like, my name is uh, say midnight, Namuri, or something like that. But say her name is Namuri, right? She introduced himself and basically all of that. Basically after that, you know, hold on. All right, so basically after that, Izuku, he basically he says, so basically the only reason I didn't want to try out, as she says, he says I didn't give, as she stops him there and says, just follow me, we need to talk to her in private. As she looks at he looks at what's the cashier nigga, he's just staring at her, bro. As he says, okay, just let me buy these chips real quick. As she walks out, as Izuku's like, he walks up to the cashier, and he's like, keep your eyes off my girl, bro. As the cashier like, you got it, bro. Knowing Izuku's like the powerful nigga here. Like, no, like they know, everybody knows Izuku like super strong. So like, yeah. So basically, everybody, or basically, he walks back and gets in the passenger seat of this Range Rover. Or it's not Range Rover, my bad. I just Range Rover. I'm not trying to get no copyright. I don't think I could get a copyright strike. But yeah, so he says he gets inside of a Range Rover, as he says that he looks at her, as she says, now you can speak. As he says, well, before I was cut off, basically the only reason I didn't want to try out is because I really didn't feel like it. And plus, that's a lot of work. Getting up every day, saving people, just doing the same thing every day. As she says, training kids, doing this, doing that. As she basically complains that he's too strong to train and do a lot of stuff. Basically just talk. As Namiri looks at him, and she says, some people don't have it like you. Some people actually have to train and fight for their position. Unlike you, it was given to you. As he says, no, this was given to me. You could say I was blessed with it. As you know, Izuku says, I was blessed with it, really, but okay. But anyways, do you want me to come here, though? As she says, if you don't want to, you don't have to, but that would be the best for our community, and for All For One, he would probably be destroyed very easily. Stole my gun, boy. He basically says that that he doesn't, he basically says he'll become a hero if she wants him to, and she says yes. She says yes, please. As he looks at her, as she She says, what grade are you in? And he says, what does that matter? He says, what does that matter? Basically, as she says, just answer the damn question, kid. As he says, I mean, I did just take the entrance exams. As she says, I know, but many grades can take the entrance exams. If they fail one year, they have to wait another year. And she says, okay, I get it. He says, I'm in the 9th grade. And she says, you're in the 9th. And she chuckles. Saying, and he says, what were you thinking about? He says, what were you thinking about doing? And she says, don't worry about it. She says, don't worry about it. And she sighs, saying, to a 9th grader. And she starts fantasizing basically about Izuku. And Izuku's like, bro, this shit weird. And actually, like, it really ain't that weird, though, because she really is fine. So, Izuku, he stopped thinking. He stopped, like, he chill. And he just says, can you give me a chance at least? And she looks at him and she shakes her head no. And she says, why? And she says, that's the case. Izuku says it's usually the other way around, but, no one has to know. We just need to keep it on the low key, if you know what I mean. As, she says no. Because if someone does find out, then my reputation is going downhill. As he says, okay, but, if... But yeah, basically, go back. Yeah. Basically, that's not the 5th grade. I know. Basically, he says, no one has to know. He grabs her hand and she smacks his hand and says, don't touch me. As Izuku says, you were just fantasizing about me. As she looks at him, chuckles, saying, I don't understand kids your age. She says, I don't understand kids your age. Where my teammates at? Izuku says, what do you mean kids my age? As he says, I know I look like a kid, but I act like an adult. So, as she says, sorry, kid. As she kisses him on the cheek and says, that's all you can get from me. As Izuku is like, hot shit, boy. He like, God damn. As he says, she says, I'll drive you home. Izuku, he gets dropped out to the crib. As Izuku gets dropped out to the crib, basically, Izuku, he basically like, bro. He gets out the car as he gets inside the crib, right? And he's just happy. He's just happy right now, bro. He almost can pull the baddie, but he almost. He ain't there yet, but he getting there. Let me say that, he getting there. Is that a skin? He almost there. What he's talking about? Anyways, for Izuku fucking around and he like this time seems like a week. Izuku has they already got his own little. Actually, no. He decides to join. Since everybody knows he's so strong, so he decides to join the Mary's little post hero clan shit. I don't know what it's called, but he joined that shit. If she got one, she probably do. But yeah, he joins her shit. Anyways, she says like a week, like she get the thing like 2 days later, right? She go to Izuku. I mean, no, she didn't go to Izuku. She finds Izuku at school, just chilling in the classroom, sleep. As she goes up to him,
Whoa, that is not like
she goes up to him and she pats him on the head. As she says, "Wake up." Izuku wakes up as he says, "What is it?" As she says, "You don't know the means of being a hero, so why'd you assign? Why'd you try to get inside my post? Or like, why'd you apply to my post?" And she says, "You didn't accept it?" And she says, "No. Unless you can actually show me you're a hero, I won't, I won't let you join my post." As he like, God damn. As you like, the only person I'm trying to get with cock blocking me. As he like, okay. He tells her okay, as she says okay. As everybody looks at her. Everybody looks at Izuku. As everybody's like, this nigga already signed up for a post. Like, wait on me, god damn. But anyways, Izuku, what? Izuku, he basically, hey, just kept with that piece, people. That's what I'm doing. Izuku basically, he says, he looks at the mirror as he says, "Hey, can we?" She says, "Can we talk after school? Uh, I wanted to talk to you about something." And she says, "It's about." She says, he says, if it's gonna waste my time, then I don't want to hear it. As
You some dog shit, man. There's 52 minutes on you.
she says it's not. Trust me, it's worth your time. As he says okay. As we time skip like the rest of school basically. As Izuku's walking out, as the mirror says, "Izuku, come here." As he turns around and she sees her in like the third floor. And she's like, "I really don't feel like walking all the way up." As Izuku lazy ass. Izuku really do need to stop being lazy. So she said, "Get your lazy ass up here." As Izuku walks up there. Honey, walk, nigga, teleport up there. As she says, "Whew," acting like that took some stamina or some shit. It didn't take anything. Anything. Anyways, Izuku sits down as he's like, "Okay, what do you want now?" As she says, "Finally, man." As she locks the door, closes the windows, closes the blinds. And it's kind of like it's not dark, but it's like kind of dim, basically, kind of like dim. As he says, "The funny," he said, "Where did you go? I can barely see." He says, he don't say that bullshit. He say, "Why'd you lock the doors?" As she goes to Izuku, as she tells him to stand up.
Bro, where's my teammate? You way back here in the spawn, bro. Get those damn.
She tells him to stand up. As Izuku stands up, as she's like, he's like, "Okay, what now?" As Izuku, he think about it like, if I'm gonna get some, like, and she tells him, she says, "I didn't want anybody else to hear this, but you can just join my post. You don't have to be." Which, I think it's called a guild. Yeah, she says you can join my guild. You don't have to be, you know, you don't have to finish. With seeing how strong you were, or think about how strong you were. The earlier, the better. But maybe I could train you on some things. And she says, "And Izuku, do not tell everyone that you joined my guild, please." And she says, "So what do I tell everybody when I'm done? When we're done with hero training?" And she says, "You'll figure that out later. Just don't tell anyone now." And she says, "Okay." He says, "Okay." Won't right my wrong, but I write songs. Sorry, my friends, gonna be alone. Man, put it the right way. But yeah. Anyways, Izuku basically says that he's just okay. I won't tell nobody. And she says, but what's my reward for me not telling anybody? Like, I can't just. He says I need a reward. I can't just go rewardless. And she looks at him with disappointment, and she says, "I hate you. I really hope you know that." As Izuku chuckles, and she walks up to him and says, "Maybe if you put your act together." She says, "I thought you act like an adult." As Izuku's like, "Damn." And she says, "Maybe if you put your act together, I'll think about dating you." As Izuku's like, "Okay, okay, okay." At 12 o'clock, we're gonna take him on the chase. All right, I'm playing. But yeah, Izuku's like, he's like, okay, okay, okay. It's good like a week. Izuku, bro, when I tell you this dude, Izuku just got mature out of nowhere. He's like, what the hell? He not sleeping in class no more. He answering all the right questions. Nigga getting 100 after 100 after 100. No, he barely getting 90s. Like, what? As Namiri takes a look at his grade, you can see his shit is like his GPA is like a 3.8, 3.7. Like a 3.8, 3.9. That bitch almost perfect. As, Izuku looks at her. As she looks at her. I mean, no, my. As Minori, or uh, Minori. I think her name Minori. I forgot her name. But as she looks at you know, as she basically walks up to Nezu saying his. So you telling me his GPA is a 3.9? How about his attendance? 100 out of 100. Didn't he miss a day? No. That was on me. As she says, okay. As she, she's like, God damn, man. Why did I say, she said, why did I say that? Now he's gonna actually think that I'm, wanna date him, basically. And she says, but she's kind of fantasizing about Izuku again. As, she stopped after she turned red. And, Nezu's like, is everything all right? And she says, yes, everything's fine. I was just thinking about something. As she walks out saying, Izuku. And he says, she says Izuku. And she sees him in the hallway, basically. And she says, where are you going? And she says, I'm finna go to the restroom. And she says, what was you doing in the principal office, though? As, he talks like slang. No. We gonna rephrase this. She walks out of the principal office as she sees Izuku. What is this? She walks up the principal office as she sees Izuku, and she says, Izuku, where are you? She says, Izuku, where are you going? And she says, I'm going to the restroom. He says, were you just in the principal office? Where were you? No, what were you doing in there, basically? And she says, nothing. I was checking on your grades. And she says, you're doing a very great job. Follow me. As Izuku was getting more charming by the hour, by the day, by the minute, by the second to Minori. As basically she's like Izuku be charming the shit out of her, bro. Like Riz, wait so like stop playing. He got it. Born with it. But anyways, Izuku, he basically says that he basically says that, you know, that he basically is, he says, okay, listen here. As she looks, she says, what do you want? She says, you know, lately I've been mature. As they're walking, and she says, so I was thinking, and she says, be quiet. As they walk outside of the building, he says, where are we going? And she drags him into his car, to her car, and they drive off. As he's kind of worried. She says, are you kidnapping me? As he says, are you a spy for All Might? All for One? As she tells him to shut up and stop speaking nonsense. As she says, as you know, he says, then where are you taking me? As he says, you'll figure it out, just wait. As you know, she brings him to his house. She pulls up to Izuku's house. As she says, is your mom home? He says, no, she's at work. And she says, it's good, because my house is guarded, so we need to do this somewhere where no one is home. And he says, what are we going to do? As you know, basically, they get the car, right? As you know, so basically they get the car, and you know, basically get the car. As they walk in to the door, Izuku unlocks the door and everything.
Well, you just love Izuku. Every video on him.
No, I'm doing a video on Naruto. I'm doing a video on Naruto. I swear to God, I am. Bro, I swear to God. Hey, you want to check out this?
Nah, nigga. Because all of them got sex in it.
I know damn right they do. She, in the booty in here. Anyways, my bad. Basically, Izuku, they unlock the door. As Namiri, she basically goes up to Izuku and presses her, well, I say this without getting, a little mark. Again, we say that, she places her they're basically two bowling balls, right? They're very large in size. It's in the upper body, below the head, above the stomach. See, I already got 2 strikes. I ain't trying to get no more. What you talking about? So I gotta play this safe. So basically, she presses those up against Izuku as Izuku's on a wall. As she says, you know, Izuku's like, "What are you doing?" As she says, "Did you want this?" She says, "Didn't you want this?" As Izuku says, you know, he like thinking about it. He like, hold on, I did want this. He started going in. As you know, he picks on the mirror as he started kissing her, right? As basically after he started kissing her, he basically dragged her to the couch. In the couch, hold on. They like when you first walk in, it's like when you first walk in, and then to the right is the kitchen. Then you go some more. It's like a wall, and then it's another wall, and then when you go some more when you go to the left, it's the living. So basically you can't see the living room until you actually like get to the kitchen, but like the entrance of the kitchen, basically. Yeah, the entrance of the kitchen, basically. Glenn, if you want one more, I think I'm gonna go to the next one.
You already got 5 flames. You got 5 flames and 4 bosses right now.
Yeah, but yeah. Anyways, you know, Izuku, see, he in that thing, and she like he tell Coochie down, but hold on, he just in that thing, boy. And she gasping for her. And she, she didn't think it was gonna be all this. So she tried to like back out and she pushed Izuku away. Izuku like, come here. Fall. he like he said, come here, don't run up. And she basically grabbed at her and started he destroyed that cat. He destroyed the cat. Boy, he beat it up. As she got her mouth out, her tongue out and everything. Phone. He beating them doonies down. Anyways, the mom walk in. As the mom walk, my bad. I'm saying it like Inko walks in. As Inko walks in, she hears something. As Izuku hears the door close, he's like, hold on, I'm almost. He said, I'm almost done. As he's like, hold on, that's my mama. Ain't nobody else got that key. As he teleports him to his bed. As he's still putting that work in. As he hears mom coming up the stairs. As he don't got nowhere else to teleport them. So he still, he get to turn that thing. As he, boom. He's reached maximum efficiency. As he's reached maximum efficiency, he basically he basically, you know what I mean. He reached maximum efficiency. And he let it go. He couldn't can hold that thing no more. So he let it go. And this is like a 45-minute time span. 30 minutes, like a 45-minute time span. So basically, yeah. So yeah. It was after that, Izuku was like, God damn. She breathing. Her cat is just stuffed to the brim. And it's like leaking out on Izuku's bed. And it's just like, God damn, now I gotta clean this shit up, bro. Like, God damn. Like, I don't really feel like doing all that, to be honest with you. And she's like, you should never. And she chuckles. Basically, she says you should have never went inside and let it loose. As he says it was your fault. You didn't say nothing, so in that thing, And Izuku she says, I guess you're right. As we see somebody come out the corner saying, the mirror. He says, no, I'm not gonna do that to them. I'm not gonna do that to them. He says, no, ain't even nobody in the corner. The mama walks in and she sees the mirror and she sees Izuku. As she sees them, and she just looking, bro. She's just looking at them. As Izuku he says, he's just looking at his mama. As they're looking at each other.
And then he says, sorry, Mom, had to get a cat.
Basically, Izuku, he looks at his mama as she says, Izuku. As he says, actually, no, she's not so protective or anything in this one. Because, he's like, he got a quirk. So she like, what were you doing? He like, she walks out and she says, why are you naked? And who's that girl? As she says, she asks, the mama, Izuku, Inko asks, is that a pride?
Get the words out.
I'm not trying to get banned again, nigga.
What? You got banned?
Yes, twice.
Yes, because you keep talking about niggas clapping.
If I get one more, that's it.
You got 2 strikes already.
It's already got. And I started like 8 months ago. But anyways, y'all. Let's say that Izuku. Hold on, how much time? Yeah, it's all gonna get ended in a minute. Izuku, he's just like, she asks his mom, is that you know, in GTA when you like, if you play, everybody don't play GTA. So like, you know, in GTA when you go in story mode and you go, like, everybody does. I don't want nobody in the comments talking about this bullshit. But like, you going to like by it gotta be dark though, and then you honk that horn twice. Everybody know what I'm talking about. When you honk the horn twice and somebody can get in your car, basically that right there is. She says, is she one of those? As Izuku says, she says, why does your mom think I'm a... As she says, nah, mom. He don't even say nah. He said, hell no. Nah. And he said, he said, I would never. And his mom says, okay, I'm just making sure. Then is that your girlfriend? You never told me you had a girlfriend, Izuku. As you know, Izuku like, he looks at her as, you know, she turns, she like got her clothes on now, basically, everything on. Don't ask me how I got in the room, because I don't want to explain that. I know they was downstairs first, but, you know, her clothes got in the room. You know, Izuku moved that Mach .001 speed. I'm not sure if that's the fastest. I'm sure Mach 3 the fastest or Mach 1. I'm not sure, like, the lower the number is faster or the higher the number. But, you know, either way, this nigga moves too fast. He moves too quick. And, you know, he went back down there, got his clothes, and, you know, got her clothes, my bad, his clothes. Whoa. Got the clothes, and, you know, what you shooting at, man? Come on now. Got her clothes and went back up there. It's as simple as that. Ain't nothing else to it, man. Anyways, Izuku, he looks at her as she says, Izuku, what are we? As, you know, Izuku like, wait a minute. What are you talking about? As, you know, he like, I did want this. As she looks at him, and, you know, she looks at him, and, you know, he looks at her. As they look at each other, as they kiss, as they say, Izuku says, he says, yeah. You know, he says, yeah, mom, she's my girlfriend. He don't even say that. That sound cringy. That sound cringy as hell. That sound cringy, motherfucker. He said, yeah, mom, she my girl. As she says, what do you mean, as your girl? As he says, mom, she is mine. She's my girl forever. As, you know, she says, oh, okay. You should have told me. I would have. She says, you should have told me you guys were. No, beating that up. As she says, the mom says, Izuku just looks at her. He just looks at the dude like, man, what the fuck? I'm supposed to tell you when I'm finna beat something up? Hell no. As you know, he says, that's weird, mom. As you know, she like, yeah, but just try to warn me next time. He says, okay. As time skipped about a week, they're married. Is like, you know, their relationship has to be secret because the nigga's only in 9th grade. Even when that nigga turned 18, that still looks like a case. Nigga, like, she's like 20 something. You're 18? Whoa, everybody. Dumb shit. You don't want to wear it on me. But yeah, he like, okay. As you know, basically, no, what am I saying? Okay for? Let's up and roar. Anyways, Izuku, he basically looks at her. As they're, no, I'm actually no, she drags him out the classroom. As you know, she's been dragging him out the classroom a lot lately to kiss and fondle and not to do not to do nothing like extreme, but you know what I mean. I'm almost taking it though. And she tells him, he tells her, he can't take, like, don't take me out of class anymore. They'll get suspicious. As you know, she says fine. She says fine. And she says, I guess she just don't want to see me anymore. As Izuku, he's like, oh my god, bro. He says I do. It's just that if you just keep taking me out of class like every day, then I'm pretty sure they'll grow suspicious. As you know, she says okay, if I understand. As one of the students come in, as Izuku mock one out of there, along with he mock one both of them out of there, and to the boys, one of the boy stars, as they, you know, Izuku checks the area before she dips out, and he turned the cameras off real quick, as boom. Fuck them cameras, nigga. I mean, dude, fuck them cameras, dude. We talking about, man? I'm sleepy as hell. I'm finna end the video right now. So yeah, after you know, after she like exits the boys' restroom, Izuku walks out like 2 minutes later. As you know, as Izuku walks out 2 minutes later, he's like, "What the hell?" As he sees Nezu, Nezu's like, he says, "I was looking for you. I was looking for you, Izuku." As he says, "Yeah, what is it?" As he says, "So I heard you join. You know, heard you join. What's her name? I'm gonna just call her. I heard you join. You know, y'all know her name. I forgot her name. Heard you join her. Like, bro, what the fuck? Your bitch ass up." He says, "I heard you join. Like he's like mirror. I heard you join midnight. I'm just calling midnight. I heard you join Midnight's guild." And she says, "Yeah." Why? And she says, "I just wanted to tell you, you probably need a little bit more training." And she says, "As all my barges in." Whereas, no, it's probably gonna be a 2-part thing. But I don't know. But yeah, as basically, they hear like an explosion. As you know, Izuku's like, "What the hell?" They look like, "What the hell?" too. You don't know what's happening. Basically, they both rush to the scene as they see it's AFO and basically Shigaraki. No, they see it's Shigaraki and his crew as they all look at him and they look at Izuku saying, "Save us." As Izuku looks at Mirko and she nods her head. As Izuku, he goes off, and that's when I want to pause it.